All right. Welcome back to another Sam Industries live stream. As you could probably tell by the thumbnail and the title, today we should be finishing this 6-speed build. So this is a 6-speed G series transmission that is built to be bolted on to any standard Mazda B series engine. So it'd be your B6, your BP, your B3, etc. In this case, it'd be going on a B6T in particular. We did a bunch of work already.
Dealer 7588 said, "Holy cow, I got notification." Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, Dragon Healer. So glad YouTube finally decided to let you know that we're having the party today. So we did a lot of work. I almost said last week, a while back. I don't remember. Was it last year, actually?
It was last year.
Last year. So
Christmas.
last year we did a bunch of other work.
Destroyer 212 said, "Hello."
Hello, Rygar. Thank you for joining. So I think at least Rygar was here last year when we started the work on this trans, and now it's time to finish it because the guy we're building this for is actually going to be nearby on the 13th. I'd like to pick it up then, so we're trying to finish it for that. We ran into one or two small issues, which I'll get to in a minute. But Steven, I'm pretty sure, has made us some new parts that's going to make this whole process a whole lot cooler.
New parts, new tools, new methods.
Yep, new designs. So this should be our best 6-speed yet. And by best, I mean better than the one in my car and better than the one in his car. Not that the one in my car is bad. I want to be very clear that the one I have in the Protege has been working fantastically. The one weird issue, I'll call it an issue, the one weird quirk about it is that the stick centers on first and second. So normally, if you get into a Mazda manual, if you just wiggle the stick and let go, it's going to sit dead center 3-4. So if you just let it go and push it, you're in third, pull it, you're in fourth, and that's it. And it wants to spring back there naturally. With the modifications we made to my gate on mine, it did not want to do that like at all. Then after some fiddling, I found mine liked to center on 1 and 2. So if you wiggle the stick and let go, you push forward, you're in first, you hold back, you're in second. I got used to it pretty quick, but it is different and for some people not ideal. Stevens, we got closer to being in the right position, but it's still a little notchy on the way, especially in the first.
Mine's more in between first and third.
So Steven took one of these fancy things apart. Actually, I need to go find the other gear in my car. So I'll let you tell them what this does and how it comes apart, and then what you did to make it better.
I need to find out which one I didn't modify.
You can stand where I stand. We should have 2 more of those new still.
I'll just take one apart. I mean, with my tool, my custom tool that I made.
I said on the stream before that I don't. I've said on the stream before, I'm not gatekeeping this information.
Yeah.
So anybody that wants to know how to build this, I am gonna, even though we are the world's first people probably to do this exact thing, I want to make it known this isn't a guide video, and you're gonna have to dig through 17 hours of live footage to see every little bit of it. But I don't want to make it it's not private. It's just hard to do, and I expect once you guys see how hard it is to do it, if you want it done, you're gonna talk to me and Steven about doing it on your behalf.
Now we don't have a press cam, so you're gonna have to just trust me.
Cugula said, "Hi from sunny Tucson."
Hey, Carolyn's here. Hi, Carolyn.
Hi. So the way this tool works, it literally just holds the shift selector in place and allows you to press out the bushing and all the internals. I'll do that real quick and I'll be right back. Once you press it out, the bushing and all the internals just falls out the bottom. So to change the offset and the gear selector, pretty much every part in here needs modified. You need to shorten the snout on this and lengthen the back by about 55 thousandths. You need to shorten the top of this by about 55 thousandths. And then add that length to the back to make it the same total length. Actually, I think that's about. Oh, wait. And then you need to add a 55 thousandths washer to the shaft itself. It's kind of nice that all the numbers are the exact same. It makes it a little easier to remember. But once you get all those modifications done, you just put it all back together, toss it in the press and press it back together, and that's pretty much it. You can do this without the tool. Just hard because there's a very small lip that you have to kind of rest up on.
This is after machining the extra bit off of it too.
Yeah. Which I don't think we actually need. I think it clears reverse without doing that.
Since you modified these.
Yeah.
Because without doing that, it definitely did not clear. But while we were away, Steven also built, or I should say finished building, his,
A medium-ish. It's not nowhere near done, but it's usable.
an operational media blaster.
Yeah, operational is the better word.
And got this case looking really good for Sean. So I think Sean's going to be very pleased with how nice this transfer has turned out. This is almost like it would come out from the cast straight from Mazda. So it's bead blasted. It's covered up all the pores, got all the dirt off of it, got all the major like corrosion off of it from it sitting for years since it is, 1988 transmission casing here and here.
We originally had the cleaning outsourced, but the guy used, I'm pretty sure, just coal slag, and it just left a terrible finish. I didn't like it.
Yeah, it was clean, but it leaves it kind of rough, and it makes it so it'll hold on to oil again later, which is not bad. Oil is going to keep it from getting
Corrosion.
other weird grossness, like corrosion and acid on it. But it also it'll show fingerprints when you touch it with oily gloves and stuff.
Be
this
harder
is just
to
easier
clean.
to clean,
Yeah.
and it's a more factory looking finish. Which is great because originally when Sean paid for this, I told him that I would wire wheel it for him. I showed him what that finish looked like, and he said that'd be fine. So this is like 10 times better than that wire wheel finish, and we're upgrading to that for no charge here. Also, to thank you for being patient with us as we finish doing all this building.
Yeah, we had to do a lot in the past year to get to this point where we could just straight up build everything in one place without having to outsource all the machining. That took a lot of work. And then I kind of took our mill apart, and it's technically broken now, so baby steps.
Great timing because I had 3 people that text me and say, "Hey, now it's New Year. I just remembered I want to buy transmission stuff."
Yeah, so perfect timing to tear it apart. I'm probably gonna have to put it back together the half-ass way that the previous owners did. It hurts my soul a little bit, but you gotta do what you gotta do.
All right, I'm going to find some gloves, and I'm going to find a replacement rod bushings. Find the last place on earth to get those. So I alluded earlier to a problem, and I'm going to. Oh no!
Puncture.
Yep, which one of you ate it? I guess this one did.
Well, I guess good thing my
Wow, what a perfect spot to drain, huh? Caught it exactly.
Well, it smells better than what it did down here.
Right. It did smell bad down here. Steven's plumbing has had some issues. I guess like 2 weeks ago.
The worst part is it wasn't even my plumbing; it was the city's plumbing that had
Yeah,
the
the
issue.
city's plumbing has boned Steven's plumbing,
Which cost
a gross basement.
Yeah, which cost me $600 in a stinky basement that I didn't have to because it was the city's fault.
Those jack wagons.
I'm gonna start getting these bearings pressed back in.
Okay, so earlier I alluded to us having a problem with this build, and that is Sean had ordered one of my 0.68 ratio 6 gears, which is the best ratio you can get. Back in the old days, the 717 was the best you get, which is still a great ratio. But 6.8 was overseas, super hard to find. I found some. I ordered some more. Mazda said they'd get me like 5 more. The last 5 on Earth. I've had those at the house waiting for some of these builds. When I went to go put it together, it turns out that 3 of the gears I thought I had actually weren't 6.8s. They were brand new 717s. So still, new old stock Ford Mazda gears, just not the 6.8 that we wanted. So we will be doing a 717 brand new gear. That's what these, you guys when I saw me take those out of the bag earlier. So these are brand new old stock. It's 0.717 ratio 5/6 gears that are going to win this trans. And so I will let Sean know. I think I'll probably give him half off the cost of the gears since they're still dual stock and they're a good ratio. They're just not
The best.
They're not 0.68. They're just super close. Basically, what this going to do for this build is it's going to change his cruising RPM by like 110 or something. So instead of cruising at 80 at whatever it was, like 2,900, it'd be like
just below
30.
30,000.
It'd be 3,050. I think he also mentioned though he won't be doing much at 80 because there's not a whole lot of 80 in Hawaii. So
Yeah, imagine it's not very fast on an island.
So I think for him, the 717 might actually end up being better.
Did you bring that and
Because
push
you get a little more boost in fifth with the other gear. What?
And push F seal?
No, it hasn't shown up yet.
Okay, that was
But there's a kit right there, right? Okay. Yeah, eBay shipped it. It's not here yet. Oh, and we can't forget this.
What's this? Oh, yeah.
We'll lay that over here. And I'm gonna keep 32 bushings.
This kit looks like it was already open and scavenged from, so I guess that
Would not be surprised. There's a dead hornet in this G series cap.
yeah, that'll happen.
Oh, like that much build with this stock.
You don't keep dead hornets in your G series parts?
Not typically.
No.
I found to keep too many dead hornets around just in general. I wouldn't call it a rule, but just generally speaking, I don't have a whole lot of dead hornets laying around. There you go.
You should try. It's not bad.
There's 2 bushings.
Actually, this is more late stage. We should probably move this to somewhere that's not going to break.
I'll put it back in this box away from heavy items.
Punches.
Our end cap bolts, I did have that size on hand. I thought I'd ordered the standard metric bolts that were the right size for the case, new JS ones. And all that still packed in that big trailer. So I opened like 2 boxes that said new bolts. It wasn't either of those 2 boxes, so I said, forget it.
Yeah, so close. Oh wait, you gotta screw these ones on. I need like 2 sizes up. Or 1 size up.
We don't have the OE tool for this.
We do. But we have this right here. And the OE tools somewhere. I mean, it comes out with the screwdriver, so it should press in just by hand. I'm just gonna keep this out because we're probably gonna use it a few more times. Like probably on this bearing, and then this one. I need to find where I put that bearing. I think I left it on the table right here.
You have a new rag somewhere?
This one was pretty much just used to wipe the table off.
Were these the right size for that lip seal?
Actually,
I had good ones. Well, if it fit, it's the right one. Because I bought some before. It's not on my head. I added +2 to both bits. Or I wrote the ID, and then the seal I bought had the ID as the OD type thing. Some of those bearings I bought the other day. Or the 5x4, so it's 4x5.
It's probably a weird little ding on the very bottom. It's not where the bearings ride, but it still feels wrong not to address it. I'll just touch it really lightly with the grinder. That's better. It wouldn't have mattered for like the transmission itself, but
Right. While we're here.
not my transmission, so perfection.
Good thing Michelle's giving me a haircut, so the back of my head looks nice and bald from that angle. Oh, it doesn't look too bald. I like the stream delay. I can look back to see myself looking back at the camera.
I like when the stuff just presses in the way it should. It's always nice. There's a bearing half. Oh, never mind. It's in front of my face. I already brought it over here.
All right. Did you say you wanted to clearance the case more, or clearance something else more?
It's the shift gate.
Oh,
It
the gate
touches.
edge.
Yeah.
I'm guessing right where you're right clearance to.
You can no. Oh, it might already be clearance. I didn't do that. But I think that is the right spot.
Not quite. But it doesn't make any sense.
No.
There.
It would.
That would be it.
It would have been right here.
Right.
Once I get this bottom bearing shell in, I'll put the diff in and put some marker on it and spin it a couple times.
This one, I'm guessing. Or this one that we had on the other one you just picked up.
What are you looking for?
This bolt.
Oh. You're looking for a 10 mil.
Yeah, I got it. This is not the same one, but it's the one from that. It's the one from that one. So it's good. Is this his shift rod?
Yeah.
Alright. You have some black paint left?
Somewhere.
With this guy.
Looks black.
Feels empty, but we'll see.
There's a bunch more over there too.
Or where?
Next to like the bandsaw and stuff and those boxes. I don't know what colors they are, but I know there's a bunch of spray cans over there.
Yeah, lots of aluminum, 2K clear. It's a very nice 7 color coat. Land out black. You're going just a little sideways.
Shift shaft.
I see a lot of people in chat today, which is awesome. 8 people watching so far. Fantastic. As a reminder, the live stream chat is enabled, so as long as you type something in the chat box, the TV will read it out loud, both to you and to me, so I can hear you. So feel free to join us in chat to say hello. Feel free to ask questions. Believe it or not, we don't get that annoyed by repeat questions because I know you guys don't have time to watch 74 hours of stream to understand what the hell is going on here. So if anybody's looking at this, or if this is the first time you've heard of a 6-speed G series going into a Festiva, or a Capri, or a 323, or a Protege, or any other front-wheel drive-based Mazda between the years of 88 and 2008, feel free to ask questions. Now's a good time because we're just chilling. We're just working on it. It's good. It's a little cold, but we are in a technically unheated basement. And by technically, I mean we have the heater turned off because it's diesel and loud. Is it technically diesel or technically oil?
It's technically diesel. It's labeled as diesel.
That's what I thought. All the Beaver style ones are just called diesel.
Yeah. You can run diesel, kerosene, clean oil. Don't use used oil. You can use used oil, just...
You're holding this on French fries.
I was talking about like motor oil.
Oh.
I mean, you could... People in UK do use vegetable oil on them. I mean, you can.
Use cooking oil for a lot of his stuff. He actually did a biofuel refiner, he's making diesel for his Jetta for a while.
Pretty much anything that will ignite with a glow plug, it'll burn.
Alright, we're painting a bit of your insulation.
That's fine. I kind of want to take all the insulation down anyways, and...
I mean, because it's like black and it looks moldy.
It's not moldy, it's just old and put up...
It's not actually mold, but it does look gross.
Yeah, they put it up wrong. It's supposed to be paper towards the floor, not, down. Not that that really affects the RV value at all. It's more of just not very good to begin with.
Right.
I want to take all the ceiling drywall down and all the... They have little droppers on the ceiling, like 1-inch boards to drop and level it out. I want to take all those down to gain an extra inch down here. And then just throw spray foam in the joist.
Hey, nothing wrong with gaining an inch.
Dude, every guy needs an inch, no matter what they say.
I think that's the only part that really needs painted.
Pretty much, yeah.
Actually, that does.
What?
Then that rod. That's it. This is supposed to be zinced, but obviously over time the zinc's gone. But we can do that later. Or actually, do it now. So while the tube's on it, oil the rubber, and I'll wipe the oil off the metal. That way the paint doesn't stick to the rubber.
I do have tape.
Oh, actually, that works great. We can paint that. That part of the shaft we paint on, no problem.
There, the shaft itself's oily, so paint won't stick to it. Just hopefully it dries quickly, because I need that, like now.
That's professional. You can shove it right back in.
Well, I guess I'll just keep fingering this hole while I wait for you. Try and make sure there's no grit in there. You don't want grit in your holes. Really doesn't work out well.
I definitely prefer my holes grit free. Yeah, torch down here.
No, but I got a diesel heater.
Close enough.
I do
hear much noise.
I do have a heat gun upstairs I can grab.
Sounds far away.
It does. It is very far away. It's up upstairs.
I'll take the start.
About a minute and a half. If it's still kind of warm, so it might start up even quicker. Just hold the power button until it shows the temperature, and then it'll start up.
It shows P 13 volts.
Okay, click and hold the power button, and then it'll show a temperature.
Say 9.
Yeah. Oh, we lost 2 people. I guess I was too vaguely innuendo to really stay around.
This isn't family friendly. Some in the past has really smushed this thing trying to get the bushing out.
Yeah. Or they drilled it offset.
It's dented this direction too.
Oh yeah, just a little bit.
There's a guy right now in the protege, the group that you may not still be in. He had to like beat the shit out of it snapped his rod. I keep seeing people in the protege group like the past year having damaged transmissions, either like because just damage happens or like something goes wrong and you replace something. It's always like one like this. I'm like, you have to split the case to replace just this.
Yeah,
it's really annoying.
I don't know what the hell protege people do to their cars, but they're so rough on them.
Yeah, I thought I was rough on stuff. That is true. We've seen so many broken G series stuff, and then 2 people said they just drive with no shift gate. That sounds insane. Like we're over here, like really working our gate to see where it centers, and they're like, "Oh, we just don't run the gate after brakes." I was like, "How?" I actually, there's no way. They must be thinking of a different part. Because after how many binding issues we've had when it's not dead on, if you try to ship this out of gate, it's going to just bind the shit out.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Maybe they're just better than us.
Could be.
Oh, you want to grab the impact? It's on the impact.
At Econobox Garage said, just dropping by to say hello.
Hello, hello. How is the wintry north right now? It's actually been pretty temperate down here all recently.
It's been like spring like the past.
Yeah, it was like 68 Fahrenheit here yesterday. I had the windows open in the house.
It's very abnormal. It should be balls cold right now. Couple more holes.
At Econobox Garage said, about 46 degrees and windy. Going up to 53 on Wednesday.
Wow.
Might be tempted to take the bug-eye for a drive.
Yeah, I'd be tempted. That sounds like very warm for you guys.
I put these in way too early. Oh well.
It looks good on camera though. You guys let me know if that heater's too loud. If it's not, I'm gonna be running because I'm getting cold already. I couldn't find my Toyota jacket, which is the jacket I wear when I think I'm gonna get dirty.
Dragon Healer 7588 said, I'm really liking your new environment. Looks top notch. At Econobox Garage said, 33 degrees on Friday.
Still above freezing. Crazy.
For this time of year especially, that's just insane.
And yes, Ralph, so this is we're in Steven's basement. And from this exact angle, it is a very nice environment. That and we got a new table. We decided if we're gonna be doing all this oily, like hard work, we need an actual cleanable surface and not my bowling alley workbench that does not like metal scraping on it, digging into it, being welded on. So we got a new stainless bench, one of those cheap food grade whatevers, and Steven cleaned up this corner of the basement for us to use. The other half of the basement is basically the machine shop. So I don't know if you were here on our last stream, but behind me, you're looking at like the north corner. If I look straight south from here, we have the mill, we've got a surface grinder, we've got the lathe, and around the corner, the press, there's the bandsaw, and now the bead plastic cabinet. That's all over there. But yes, it's not bad. The only problem really is the ceilings being low. If it weren't for the low ceilings, it'd be mint down here. But from where I'm standing, this is one of the tallest points of the basement. I've got, I can say about 4 inches before my head touches the ceiling. You guys can't see the ceiling because you guys are hanging from a hole in the ceiling right now.
Well, technically over there by the compressor's taller.
Is it?
Yeah. Because that's why I measured for the mill.
Ah, that's right. Yeah, that's probably the lowest point. One of the lowest points. This is probably pretty close to me, a little bit lower than.
The problem is the floor. The floor is not level. The house is level.
Yes.
But they just kind of dumped concrete in here.
Yes. Which is funny. It actually is also taller than my basement. Our new place has a basement, but this is definitely taller than mine.
Yeah, you can actually step down here without ducking.
And you got ceiling tiles. Like, my basement doesn't have any coverage at all, and I'm hitting my head on stuff.
I'd
So.
actually prefer that, honestly, over this crappy ass drywall.
You think so?
Yeah.
This kind of brightens the space up, though.
A little bit, but they have drop beams in here,
Oh,
so I'd
sure.
gain like an inch back if I get rid of all of it, and I can insulate better. Just spray foam all the joist. Probably just replumb the entire house. Honestly, get rid of all the old. There's a lot of old plumbing up in the.
Do you want the blocks for my garage?
I mean, the garage would be a great garage, but I just don't have the time or money to do it correctly right now.
Right,
We can get the blocks and stack them up.
Right. If we stack
Yeah.
the blocks, do you want the blocks?
Yeah,
And
we can
would
build a
you want
garage.
to try to get the roof like off of it and keep the trusses, or would you just want to build new trusses?
Does it have like pre-built that gables?
I don't think they're pre-built. I think they're hand built, but they still all. I mean, they are complete gables.
Yeah.
So-
Was that actually the right word?
I think it's just trusses.
Trusses.
It'd be you're looking at a pre-engineered truss, and these are not pre-engineered trusses, but they are trusses nonetheless.
Like if we take the roof off, they're not going to just fall in. They're
Right.
Actually.
Yeah, it should be, or we could add more boards to make it that way.
Yeah.
It's just the question of how we would pull the entire roof off. But either way, I have to pay somebody to take it down.
Yeah.
So instead of them coming in with a bulldozer just knocking it down, if I say, hey, let me give you an extra 1,000 for you to bring a crane and take the roof off and then put the bricks on a trailer.
We can just do that ourselves. Save you a lot of money.
Right, it's just it'd be sooner. Because the house
soon
is
you need it.
the house should be sold in the next 45 days. And I'm
Okay,
hoping they
you
can
guys
start
actually-
before then. I hope I can say, hey, I've got $5,000 just in savings.
Mhm.
If I give you $5,000, can you start by getting the garage out of the way,
Oh,
getting the trees off the
You
property?
guys already listed them?
They didn't get back to us on whether or not they wanted to finish the deal, but we figured we'll go ahead and take the pictures anyway. So the house is now empty. The garage is now fully empty, and he said it's gonna be 53 on Tuesday, so we're gonna go take pictures of the old place on Tuesday.
I'm missing the big roll pin for the shifter itself.
It's not that one.
No.
Right, yeah, more. That's the other good thing. The actual roll pins are fairly universal, unlike the machine pins, which we have extra of because each P5 has an extra.
I mean, it has to be up here because I just took it out. Is this not it? That looks huge. Okay, this is it.
Dragon Healer 7588 said, "Well, you guys have done a great job.
Thank you. You customize this bolt? Or you just have to get really clean on the edge.
Now it's tapping to clean the edge.
Nice.
Just a little off.
Did I ever give you that plastic thread gauge thing? The cheaper, like red one?
No.
Mostly because I have no clue what you're talking about. So I'm going to assume, you know.
Lone Star Sunfish
It looks like
said, "What kind of test line do I need to catch transmission grinning squinting face?" And Lone Star Sunfish said, "Cheers."
Well, with how wily they are, I wouldn't trust anything less than 100-pound test.
What?
A test line to catch a transmission like this. Do you have some way to measure metric?
Oh, thread pitch?
No, length.
Oh, I have calipers.
Down here?
No. It's like 15 steps to go get them. I can go get them.
You have a single ruler?
There's a ruler right there, like where the helmet's hanging. The helmet's hanging on a ruler.
Lone Star Sunfish
The welding helmet on the welding
Said-
part.
Oh,
and definitely a steel leader. And Lone Star Sunfish said, "LOL."
45. Order those real quick. Actually, I wonder how much work it takes to make my other camera come like over here and look like that over here without being entirely in the way. Okay, let me get these back out because that was premature. Need to make sure that yeah, you can hear it just barely hitting the shift gate. You get some marker on there and see where it's actually hitting. Look at those beautiful welds. That should be enough. It's more rubbing than anything. How many volts per trans? 13. So a bag of 50 would probably be a good idea. A bag of 50 would do what? 3? Almost 4. Bag of 60 would do 4. Some spares. It's fairly thick. That's how you use a surface grinder in the most inappropriate way possible.
Dragon Healer 7588 said, "Just remembered to hit that like button, white heavy check mark."
Yeah, hit that like button. Still just a little bit. It might actually just be this bolt. Okay. Alright, somebody's 5-speed 4 is on the way. Yeah, still just barely hitting that front corner.
could grind a little bit more of the bolts away if I really don't want to. Just ever so slightly.
It's a die grinder.
Yeah, that leaves a lot of tiny little needles,
It's true.
especially with steel.
Yeah, steel micro needles.
You might be able to flip it to the light and just do like a cushion show type of
I
view.
think I put it at the table like it's meant to be done. I forgot there's actually a normal
way.
It's actually meant for a table. Yeah, my YouTube channel would be doing a lot better if I wasn't military and didn't have a building, and also had like a crew of people to film and do lighting and stuff. So just me rushing to set it up every wind on the hour. There we go. Aw, hang on. Let's get that camera. Man, it's beautiful.
Don't let me forget to actually put the spider gears back in. That'd be bad.
My best.
In fact, I'll grab them now and put them on the table so they're like in my visual.
Alright, we're gonna lose audio for a second because I gotta switch cords. So everybody bear with me. Check that mic, Steven.
Check. This one?
Alright, yeah, doing good. Showing high volume on my ends. Alright, let's see how dirty I get this brand new cord with Steven's floor.
The floor's not too bad.
Well, it's not. It is. It's
not-
not correct. It's not too bad. This is a cloth cord.
Oh, that's
So-
bad.
Right. Yeah. So I agree. Your floor could be a lot worse, but it doesn't really matter. Any amount of weird metal shaving on the ground just seems to stuck. pissed off Expo over here.
Yeah, one of me's upside down. It looks like.
Yeah. Oh, my computer quiet mode? Come on. You have no CPU you got.
Come on, little shin. Nice, I nailed that first time.
Simchap73 said, "Hi guys. I'm positioning my B6T and G in the engine bay. How do you deal with trans-case bolt boss interfering with the steering rack?"
You have to move the transmission forward about an inch and 3/4.
Yeah, the entire driveline, the engine and the transmission should both be 1.75 inches closer to the radiator.
Or you can go with the nuclear option like I did and just get rid of one of your transmission bolts. Just
But you should still mount it forward.
Yeah.
Forward mounting is a big difference for handling too.
Yeah.
That weight balance is kind of critical to what we normally do.
I just kept AC and everything on my car. That's why I did that. Not recommended. Just move the engine forward.
I cannot change the settings for this camera. It is just glitching out like it's so slow if you make any changes at all. Let's move back to C1 though. Oh, that's good night. My system's like no load though. I don't understand why it's being so rough.
There.
We need to dig.
Simchap73 said, Thanks. How important is output shaft alignment relative to the hub center lines?
That's less important.
I mean, you don't want it like super
Don't
cocked.
look at that at all. Really, you should not be looking at the center line to hub, the center line to transmission.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of the point of your CV shaft and stuff.
Right, they're always going to be angled. What you need to do is make sure that your transmission is like fully parallel in the engine bay. Basically, you can level it in every axis. It needs to be level on the y-axis, it needs to be parallel on the x-axis, and you need to check your engine tilt. The valve cover should tilt forward just a tick, not a ton.
You lost video.
I see that, but hopefully it's like not. All right, then software is going to go into frozen. Plug the camera back in. I think I may have confused the camera. I think they're now both broken firmware-wise. The software thinks both cameras have the same ID. And that's causing XSplit to go with a huge hissy fit.
Well, hissy fit's kind of its standard mode of use, so.
Well, it was just one of them for a while. Now both of them seem to be that. Like, input resolution is not applicable, but not optimal.
Yeah, that's not ideal.
For a while, it was just one of them saying that. Now it's both.
Get you all soaked up.
And honestly, I blame Logitech because there's just G-Hub apps like there's a firmware update for a camera. Like, shut up.
The ability to just set something down and then completely lose it, it's really a skill.
It truly is.
Because I just sat down that shaft, you know, the one that goes through the shift gate thing.
Right.
No clue where it went. Am I fucking high? I literally just sat it down. There it is. This is just a little test stand we made out of transmission. I just want to verify that it's shifting correctly, or at least I have my center line correctly. I'm pretty sure I do. Yeah, I think that's...
Chap 73 said, how do you feel about solid mounting the trans to the crossbar while retaining OEM mount on the passenger side?
Very bad.
Do you want to break things? Because that's how you break things.
Yeah, do not solid mount anything in the driveline. Terrible. From the transmission, especially. You can make it stiffer than stock, but do not make it solid.
I do say, I think this is gonna be our best shifting transmission yet. Well, me and you also both use synchros on ours. This is the first person to get all new synchros. So I guess it kind of makes sense that it shifts better than ours.
All right, you guys are gonna get that cool view because the camera's just not playing nice at all. I've never had something called computer lag. It's so annoying because there's like.
What if you swap around USB cables? Like maybe changing the inputs might help.
I've only got two options. Use my C for the. Only got two C's to make over here.
Oh. Neither of them are active cables, right? Like sometimes sometimes an active cable can mess with it.
And it's deleted the settings for the main camera. So now the main camera looks like shit.
Before I permanently put this in, this O-ring does need replaced. Shoving it in and out so many times kind of wore it out.
Check. Wait. Do I have audio anymore? There. Now I'll get this out. Wow, the software is just like crashes its knees. I did nothing. Nothing unusual. Nothing I haven't before.
This is the difference between the G6 and 5. This is the G5 has the G6 doesn't.
I think we saw it before. Only some of our G5 did. They added it later.
Well, this one's from the G5 and it does. The G6 didn't at all. So I'm gonna use the one with the oil for because it also has a good O-ring on it. Technically doesn't matter. We'll go this way though. Put the magnet in now before we forget it. And then this thing, I'll dip you in oil too.
All right, well, everybody's just gonna have to deal with less than stellar quality right now because it's just broken.
Go ahead and tap this in and try to be pleasant on my finger. There's a thing right here and a hammer right here. I just use the punch and the tip because it's a big hammer. Okay, I think you're in because you grabbed the Allen key. I'm gonna hold it in the ball. Oh, we're good. I can hear the balling. Let's see, shaft. Reverse shaft. It doesn't really have to be all the way in, just enough to hold the spring in place. Go ahead and put this in first, because you gotta kind of wrap it around. Up. Yeah, there you go. There's a tiny, there you go, you got it. Now, tilt it counterclockwise, and then it slips between the gear. You have to bring it back, but there you go. Now, towards me just a little bit, and it should just about slip past. This one goes in one way. I just need to make sure I do the right way. Which I believe that is it. Although I can't see because I'm on the wrong side. Yeah, that's better. Okay, actually, before I put this in, now you can go ahead and slide that in. It's a tight fit, but it does fit. Now you want to line it up with this hole. Shut that one. I'm way too low on that part. Shit. Get out. This goes up here. I moved it too good. There we go.
AsumShap73 said, I appreciate the advice, guys. What do you use for a rear trans mount?
Modified factory mount with these extra little ears you weld on that are soon to be available from the Festiva store. Actually, the Festiva store will almost have a complete B6T mount kit. Hopefully at the end of this year. My big move and new shop builds put a lot of my plans kind of on hold, but the long-term results next year, at the end of this year, next year, should be well worth the new shop. Just a long wait.
It's pretty much it. It's ready for the top case. Let me go find my seal.
AsumShap73 said, sell me one.
I can. If you send me a message, either email the Festiva store or email Sam Industries or message me on Facebook. Just any of my official channels are listed. My official channels for communication, I think I have all of them listed on the YouTube channel, on the YouTube description. salmonindustries@gmail.com, the Festiva store @gmail.com, or on Facebook Messenger for either of my business pages. I can sell you them early since I don't have the full kit ready yet, but I can tell you the partial kits, which should help a lot. I got the custom bolts you need. I have the engine mount spacers. I have the rear mount tabs. The only thing I haven't finished building is the front mount thing. I'm trying to get those made from CNC aluminum with like fancy pressed in bushings. It's just a work in progress.
Simshap73 said, "Wow, I really appreciate that.
You can pull it out
Thanks."
if you want. Just
I
replace it.
straightened it. I wiped the seal lip off. Most of it.
I got 3 tubes. I figure 3 should be more than enough.
Can you pull that drain plug out? I'll give him a better one.
If you're gonna give him a better one, just grab the vice grips and pull it out. Like you're just gonna take the stock magnet and keep it out.
I'll run both. The stock magnet would pick up more than that would, but
I'd run it both.
sure about that?
No, not anymore. 24 maybe?
Should be.
Close enough. Especially since you're not keeping it, doesn't matter. But, screws off. Big impact not on that table.
It is. It's under that box.
That would have been fun if that was the right size.
Oh, it's too small.
I also need to grab the battery.
I don't know if they will both fit, actually.
I mean, it's neodymium versus, iron phosphate. So it's definitely going to be better.
Right. And then you can actually check it when you pull it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to protrude too much.
Probably. Also pretty bit, yeah. It's going to break the
it's going to crack it. Alright.
I'd rather run just this. And that's a 19. It's not.
17? Oh, please don't be 18.
Well, we'll start with an 18.
I trust you.
No, 17.
Okay.
Yeah, that's probably more than good. I'm gonna rub it around my fingers, so I'm just gonna dab it. There's a little bit of oil on the surface.
You're bad.
I like doing it this way versus just laying a single bead because you have more control over where the sealant actually goes. And if there's any oil or contaminants on the surface that causes the sealant not to stick, you'll be able to see it right away instead of just having a leak later on. Plus, when you do a real thin layer like this, you get a lot less smush. You know, the extra smushes out inside and outside the case. So I grab the top half. I'm just about ready for it.
Yep.
Before we put it fully on, kind of set it down and we'll make sure that the reverse gear is lined up because it's kind of hard to turn once it's in.
Right.
Actually. We might actually need to take reverse gear back out. It's not fully together.
The 357
against the
HDH
bottom, pretty much.
said, "Happy Saturday, boys."
Happy Saturday. You Floridians.
Is this one being used?
No.
I unscrewed the wrong thing. Wipe my hands off before I get sealant all inside the transmission.
For anybody in chat who hasn't seen it yet, my full video for the Miatas at the Gap from 2024 is officially edited and out. So far, it's the worst performing video I've ever put on YouTube. Probably because it's been 6 months since I last uploaded anything, so YouTube decided not to promote me because I'm lame. So if anybody feels like watching some other Sam Industries content, even though it's Miata based, go check that out because it has like 56 views or something terrible. Normally by now a video, if I post it, would have like 250. So it's tanking. I've made 1 cent from that video. That was like 20 hours of edits. So highly recommend giving it a look.
I think we're good now. It was easier. Touch up a few spots my wrist touched. Just bring it down kind of slow, and I'll try a lineup. It doesn't look half bad. Oh, you might want to lube those holes, the shift shaft holes. Yep.
After that,
yeah, we're actually like kind of perfect. Go.
oh yeah,
You said you had like half the bolts. Base bolts.
I didn't bring them.
Oh, you didn't bring any bolts?
No, I had like all but 3 new Mazda ones, which means they wouldn't match the universal ones. So I figured
we're just gonna
reuse these for now, like every other or something. Just have to get the sealant to dry. And I'll pop the other ones on.
I paid don't use that one. That one has a little bit iffy. Like some of the ones that came out weren't too bad, really. I just wouldn't want to use them on a new build, right? Right, and stuff like that. Yeah, all the bolts.
I can grind the heads too.
We'll just put them all in, just that way it definitely seals.
Sure. I paid for faster shipping, so they should be good ones though.
This will get... I did this one, right? Yeah. This will get new bolts. We just ran out of stock OEM ones. They're on their way, though. You want to leave it? It's probably just a little bit of grit from the blasting. I didn't focus on the threads when I was cleaning it really well afterwards.
That's better.
I shined it up.
also one of the captured holes on the 1988 side of the transmission. So no surprises there. Really.
Wait, is it captured?
That one is.
Or does it go all the way through into the bell housing?
I don't think it was all the way through. We'll see though, because we still have to put those bushings in.
I think we could have just blown it out too. Okay, now we got the 5th gear stuff.
Here, push over here.
These ones.
Have you stand the end?
These ones I did not replace the synchros in yet. I just pulled it off as a stack, so I have to do that. Find out which one's bigger or bigger. Find out the 5th gear one. I think
Not
bigger.
these.
What do you mean it's not those? I need the small gear.
Oh, for the 5th stack.
Yeah. You know the one that goes
Right.
right here?
This would be the one of the bigger
The
one
bigger
for
one.
fifth,
Yeah.
And for 6 we have the new ones. Right here.
You want to pull up your chart to see which synchro numbers were for 5th and 6th?
They're still in the bag, aren't they?
Actually, yeah, the pie's still on the table, actually. They would be about where that manifold is. Pie under that box.
Let's say B6 on it.
I don't think I put
Did
it
you measure this one?
It's the one that was in that gray bin. If it is, then it's a 797.
Yeah, looks like it. It's big. It's big as fuck. Doesn't need it.
Yeah, those are definitely. I could have put them in the tape. Here's the box of all the new ones.
This too.
Here's a single. Was 5th or 6th the one that was probably copper or brass? I don't remember the numbers offhand. There's another single. And here's
That's
here's a carbon single.
That's 6.
And that's carbon.
And it says 5.
Oh. Oh, you marked them nice. Look at you, like planning ahead or something.
Something like that.
You should probably run.
Oh, we have RTD in our cap.
Yeah, find the cap. It's in one of those 2 bins. Should probably tell him just to run motorcycle oil since that's what we use for assembly lube. So that way there's not a mix of oils. Yeah. Not that it really matters.
soft little line plug.
Yeah, it's just a little aluminum chunk.
And it spins the forward already the first time I shoved it in there.
God, these gears are sharp.
Okay, I can't spin up my fingers with gloves on.
It almost doesn't even need sealant because it's a press fit.
Right.
It's just gonna shove all the sealant back out the back.
If I had a new one, I wouldn't at all, but since it is,
Yeah.
it's starting to form once. I don't know how much more pressure it's going to take.
Probably just use
What's that
this
hammer?
bunch. And then
The hammer's right here. No, actually, that's good. There it is.
Huh.
Earlier.
Oh, we're not using this one. We are using the new one.
Okay.
Is this a new gear you brought?
They're right here.
Yeah, that's the one I'm holding right here. This is like fourth gear or something. It's supposed to have a little lip on it. It looks the same otherwise. We'll toss around and see what it looks like with the bearing.
I mean, it's got to have that thing on it. Bearing. Imagine.
Could be an updated part number. Slightly
It's not the
different.
same tooth count either. It's this one.
I'm pretty sure the stock one was a 717. I'll count teeth real quick. Looks like we already did at one point. $33.
33 is correct. Five, six. Most of the same ones. I just opened a bunch of them.
It might be too big of a hood. Where's the one that was just the one for this transmission? Not that one. This one? Yeah. Maybe 5th and 6th aren't actually the same because that's taller even.
I mean, the 6.8 one's definitely the same for both.
Yeah. We'll just have to use the 717 that came with this transmission. But it's not in bad condition or anything.
Right. What's the axle seals one?
Probably be easier to pour from the bottom. If anybody's wondering what I'm doing, the shaft is hollow. This is how the oiling works.
I think we're missing a box for Festiva tools. When it's spread kits.
Maybe. There's a good chance I just didn't bring everything over. We kind of just rushed and grabbed everything that looked like a toolkit when we were starting the hotel.
Yeah, you got a spare one.
It might not even be a spare one. It might just be yours.
You and I each have one, so that one's yours. I have a special customer. Oh, spider ears. That's good.
Yeah, I set them on the table so I wouldn't forget them.
Oh.
So if you put these in vice grips and squeeze them just a little bit, it helps it get started.
Yep.
Can I get that hammer?
Yep. And you already have two bearings out there somewhere?
Probably. I'm gonna downgrade that pop probably to potentially. And then just go with the no. I'd probably don't. They're not in this box. There might be another box down there.
There's one. Drip tray ain't no problem?
What?
Drip tray?
What about it?
Ain't no problem?
No. Neat. Not like it was just caught in 4K or anything. I blame the chat they didn't tell us. Oh, at least the RTV's not cured yet. We're so protective over breaking it that we just left it out. Yeah, it's just that side. There it goes. That was just a test. That was a test fit.
Look at that pattern on that RTV, man. Perfect, actually.
Yeah. Like I said, dabbing's the way to go. And look how little actually went inside the transmission case. I'm actually going to reapply it though. That's actually already cured because how thin I had it. Don't forget to grind that little nub off. I don't remember what nub it was. I think it was this nub. Yeah, it was. That bottom nub right there. So get one. Actually, with how good that pattern is, that just means that this case is extremely flat still.
Oh, yeah. They made it turn for this off, too?
I don't think so. I think it was just that one nub because it wouldn't sit in this channel.
Like that.
Now it fits.
Sweet.
Not wasting that little baby 10 mil, which is laying right here.
I actually have to go soon. But I'll probably just leave the stream on.
Well,
And I need to
if you have 15 minutes, that's all it's going to take to finish putting this together.
while you're putting that that RTD back on. I thought I had a few more new bearing sets, but I really don't see it.
There's a good chance I did take the ones out for this already because I did take all the parts out. They might just be laying somewhere randomly in there, or they might still be on the table buried under all the crap. The Rotunda toolkits have a plug for the diff, right?
Just over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll have to put one in that way we can rotate everything and try to shift it.
Should have been another. Yeah. You want these ones.
Well, we're gonna have to rotate the whole case to put the other seal in too, and then tighten it. Go round 2. Oh, it's because this side's stuck up. There we go.
Get a new nuts as well.
Yeah,
This is one of them.
new nuts was kind of a given.
Well, none of our transmissions have new ones.
Well, ours are kind of experimental.
It's true.
None of our transmissions have all new parts either.
It is.
There it is. Don't want to forget the ring that I actually have no clue what the hell it does. Then you can kind of press those bearings on now. Oh, yeah, I got those bearings. Oh, you want to just use the nuts and suck them on?
I mean, it's really high torque, so.
Is that one of them? Yeah. And you remember what size the smaller one was?
It's American size. If you have the bits that I gave you.
I'm gonna say probably this one. Although that's kind of stuck. There's your torque wrench. I'm gonna grab mine just for a breaker bar. Hey, it actually turned on this time. Yep, it still turns off. You just barely touch it.
I'm all okay. Alright, and reverse gets locked in.
Little dab of sealant behind it. It's the only one that we couldn't figure out why the hell they actually didn't use any type of sealer.
Oh, yeah.
No crush washer. But I think this is a custom bolt because that looks very flat in the back. I just put it on the tip of the... Oh, that works too. Like Mazda didn't use sealer, but I feel bad not using something. I am fairly certain they had this custom made. Should be a 12 around here somewhere. It was up here. Right there. Couple bumps to that one. He's gonna need a reverse sensor, but that might be a him thing to figure out. We can shove the one that was in it back in, but it was broken.
I've got a Kia ones here.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
That's pointless. When we tip it over a torque, it's gonna all leak over it again.
And one more plug here.
That's probably in this box. Crush washer. I guess his reverse sensor wasn't bad. It must have been the neutral sensor I was thinking of.
Which is definitely torn, but I mean, Kia works for either.
Yeah. If you don't mind getting the Kia one, it would be a little bit easier.
Yeah, I bought a bunch of bolts that reason.
Maybe it didn't use a crush washer because there's not one in that bin. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter because that's a 14 anyways. I wonder if we can just torque each one at the same time because they want to spin opposite directions. If that would actually just work. You need a washer, crush washer, or going too far. Does it come with one? Is there one in the old sensor? There is. Yeah, I think John had that issue actually.
Oh wait, I guess we're talking about. Yes, he did. Locked his trans.
It's like fused to it. Oh, there we go. Does that happen to just be this size? Close enough. I wonder, does the Quinn stuff have a lifetime warranty?
Yeah.
So I can just take this back in and tell them it broke, and they'll give me a new one.
Should.
I have to check on that. Because it is indeed not happy. Grab yours. But I want to see if we can actually just do that.
Spec for these.
Check through our plethora of documentation. It's super hard to handle laminated stuff with greasy hands. I think I forgot to print that one. We got this far, huh? Yeah. That's convenient.
No, look.
I think it's like 115 or 150. I know it's like way up there. Because we pretty much have to lean on the torque wrench.
Gear shaft.
Some chap 73 said, sorry, kinda off subject. Where is the best place on the firewall to punch a hole for the coppery to come through?
Like the Capri wiring?
There's a factory hole already in the passenger side. There
Yeah.
should be a big grommet section there, like through the behind the strut tower.
It's in the exact same spot like the stock harness comes through on the driver's side. It's just in the passenger side.
Yeah, where your wires, like on the driver's side, it's the wires for the brake
Chap
booster and stuff.
73 said, yes, wiring.
Yeah, go through basically
It's pretty much
behind
right.
the strut tower where your brake booster wires come in.
Yeah, it's right behind your cold air return for your HVAC system.
It's like 130.
I can just Google it real quick. Or did you actually find it?
Yeah,
Oh.
95 to 150.
I think we both need to go the same way.
Okay. Wait in gear.
We might partially be in gear.
I think we need to be in gear.
Try it. Oh. Yeah.
We should weld pins to the table that like the case bolts sit in.
That's some chap 73 said, do you need to lengthen the harness to route it that way?
No.
Hold up. Stop turning. Are we in gear? Now we're definitely in gear.
by just unscrewing your bolt?
No. I think it. You gotta think it has to pull both of our bearings on.
And off. That's probably not enough force to keep it on.
Are you trying to turn mine?
Yeah, it's just yours is just gonna keep loosening a little bit when I get tighten a little bit.
Mine ain't loosening. I pulled the bearing on.
Yeah, tighten yours.
See? Okay, this might not work because the transmission's gonna want to keep moving all over the place. But at least I got them both close. My side again. Well, actually, it shouldn't matter what side you actually torque it on, right? It should still be the same amount of torque coming through the shaft. Although you should probably be on the net side.
That feels terrible. Through the shaft. Yeah, turn that fuck up now.
What about going in the opposite direction? I can hit that with the guide grinder real quick. Give it a little gouge right there. I'll clean it out. Yeah, it looks like something got hit right there. Try that. I might need to go just a little deeper.
Yeah, there. Make sure tool's on.
Make sure. Oh, yeah, it's still on.
Okay.
You might actually just have to come to this shaft somehow. $40, $50.
Okay. No, she slide all over the place.
Let's
Now go. Go all the way down this corner.
60, 70, 80, 90, 100. I'm not in the best orientation to actually torque. Can we rotate it fully and hang the gear end off the table? Like if we put it all the way over here, the way most of the torque wrench is on the table? Yeah. This is honestly the hardest part of the build. Want to trade sides? I'm a little heavier than you.
Let's say I'm 160, so we're torquing it.
I'll kind of saddle it. Just don't kill my nuts, please.
Okay. 83. That was 100.
Just be careful of the drip shaft.
Pretty good. 107.8.
We'll call that good. That's still within range. Fuck. Yeah, that's the hardest part of doing this, is torquing those damn nuts without the Mazda-approved transmission holder. Guess we better fab one of those up. Yeah, I thought about just taking an old clutch, shoving it down, and welding the bar over to a hole. It's still so hard to hold. We need the big circular thing. It's like a big half moon. It grabs this one, this one, this one, this one, and it sits on the engine stand. That way the whole strand like sits right here, so you can work on it, and you can shift it in the correct orientation and stuff. Uh-oh. That doesn't spin very fast, I guess.
Subshap73 said, you can try rotating your holding wrench 180 degrees so it's pushing down against the bench while you torque the other side.
Now that actually just torqued out. We need something like a drill. Three. Yeah, 2, 3 is forward, or 3 and 4 is forward and back like perfectly now. So yeah, it's been a 3, 4. Five, 6. It might be a. You might need to pop the gear back off. It might be a orientation thing. Because I think we had that problem with mine at one point, where the synchro has to be oriented perfectly, since it doesn't have the alignment pegs like the rest of them. I feel like it's not going far enough left and right to get 5, 6. Yeah, I feel you pushing up and down on it. And for first second. Oh, there's first second. Wait, that's 2, 3. 4, 3, 4. 1, 2. Oh, I don't think that was. Yeah, it's 1, 2. Try reverse. I can feel it trying. Oh, there it is. Reverse is always kind of hard. Yeah, it's going in reverse. For a 1/2-inch drive ratchet, it's not very strong. So you got pretty much everything but 5, 6 then. Let me knock that roll right now and see if I can just manually shift it, like by moving the. Okay. Oh yeah, you actually have the line. If it won't manually shift, then it's probably just a alignment issue, which sucks. That means you gotta take the nuts back off. Now it's an alignment issue. The synchros aren't lined up in the perfect spot. Be careful, you. It's new, so it flexes a little bit more than the old ones. Well, it looks like there's something I'm just going to fix tonight. Just bring the transmission over to you Sunday or Monday after work. Just bring it with me.
I can come back tomorrow. Actually, I probably will come back tomorrow, and then I'll bring like a clean piece of paper and actually mark down what we do have, and either redo some of my sheet documents for the future orders. I know we have enough stuff on hand because these missing gears are making me think I'm missing other stuff. I don't want to be missing too much stuff. We do like a real inventory, like how many full synchro sets do I have? Start marking those in those bags. And I'll help you clean up all our top stuff. We'll go through it all. All right, there you guys go. We have a synchro alignment thing we just got to fix on this edge, but beyond that, all the gears felt pretty good. And she's nice and tight, which is to be expected since you have all new bearings, everything tensioned up. Oh, you're saying on that already?
Yeah. Okay. It's almost like we were just reefing on
I think I literally have 10. So
yeah, it's just you have to make sure the synchros and the select are in the exact right position before you put it all together. It's only a 5th, 6th gear issue because the rest of them have alignment dials where you can't put them in wrong.
Right.
We just have to pull the nuts and bearings back off and take that off and rotate the selector a little bit. Annoying, but other than that, it's basically done.
Yeah, there it is. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope to see you next time. See ya.